want your teacher and your school to know about your child? What do you want your school to know, your teachers to know about your child? Teachers come in and they have upwards 15, 20, sometimes 30 children in the classroom, and they're focusing on teaching. You, as the parent of your child, can be their best or their number one cheerleader. But how many have had the opportunity or taken the opportunity to go in and talk to the teacher about your child? I'll give you some of you are raising your hands, and you should. How many of you recognize, and we talked about this earlier, your child is the very best child that you have. And you should be looking for those good qualities and those good traits in the child and sharing them with the teacher. Many times, teachers need help understanding as well that you may have a speaker in the midst. You may have a leader in the midst, someone who likes to talk. I watch young children play school all the time, and they sit and they talk to their teddy bears, and they line them up, and they teach them. And so when they go to school, many times they're still trying to teach somebody else or do something else. And sometimes because teachers have so many students, they need our help as parents to really to guide us and to say, you know what, or to guide educators and to say, you know what, my daughter is an only child, or whatever the situation is. My daughter loves to lead. She's been helping with laundry ever since she could walk. She's very independent. And it helps teachers say, maybe this is a leader in the classroom. I challenge educators, and I would challenge parents as well, figure out what your child's learning style is. Figure out what that learning style is. If they like to have something in their hands, then let them have something in their hands. If they like to beat, ask them, are they interested in music? And I don't know what the music programs or the fine arts programs are like, but many times, and I love to see the creativity here tonight, many times children like to express themselves through creative art. They may like to write. They may like to create a song that maybe doesn't sound like music yet, but you can channel that energy so that they're doing something that they enjoy, so that we can avoid discipline problems. That's what it's all about. What happens when a child is disciplined to the point that he or she is out of school? Schools are academic environments. When a child's not in school, he or she is not learning. So we want to make sure that we're building the relationship so that we understand children and how it is they think, how it is they operate, so that we can also keep them in school and help them understand that their futures are so incredibly bright. I shared earlier that we are our children's first teachers. I asked about your rules. I asked about those things that you do in your home. What is it that you're teaching your children? What is it that you're instilling in them early on? How are you helping them to grow and to develop? How are you helping them when they make a mistake or there's something that happens at school? How are you helping them get over that hump as opposed to always punishing? Are you listening to both sides of the story? Are you hearing his side, her side? And then are you also talking with the teacher? How many of you know if we make a poor choice and we have a conversation with a teacher or a principal and it's out of an emotional place, that sometimes it doesn't go over very well? Sometimes it doesn't go over very well. It goes downhill instead of being more encouraging and inspiring and positive for the child. Which leads me to the thought or the question. Man, it's a statement. I'll just say it this way. Please also be careful in what you're saying about your teachers and administrators to your children. It's important that we teach our children that we're in this together. It's important that we tell them that we're a village and that we are really working together to meet a goal, to see to it that they're academically successful and that they're being everything that they can possibly be. You also have to help them understand that we're all human and that we will make mistakes even as adults. Because when a child transitions from elementary school to middle school, as we talk about rules change. And they have to be conditioned or helped along and encouraged that some things will change. They have to know what change looks like. They have to understand that many times rules are put in place to help them. Again, the school system is to maintain a safe environment for children, and it has to be an academic setting for children. And in order to do that, children may not always understand why I got a lunch detention and have to sit quietly with the teacher. They don't understand why they can't always blurt out. And so it's important that the families understand the rules and communicate those rules to the children as well. We cannot get so caught up on the disciplinary action or the discipline at hand that we lose sight of the child's future. You all have helped in the discussion about discipline and what it really, really is about. It is about changing behavior. It is about growth and development. It is about growth and development for everyone, for the adults as well as the children. It's about parenting from a place of an imperfect place, a place where we as parents have to grow and develop, where we have to continue the conversation. I said when I got here that, it was exciting to hear about high school folks staying engaged in the child's learning, because high school students are not adults. They still make poor choices. They still need guidance. They still need someone to come in and say, what are you doing? Why are you going down that path? They need that help. They need that encouragement. And we have to remain engaged in our families, in the lives of our students. I hope that some of the strategies that you've heard have been helpful. I believe in just watching some of the expressions that many of you are already doing the right things, that you're already showing up. You're here tonight, and I told you, give yourselves a round of applause for being here, because that's what it's about. Showing up, getting the information, figuring out where documents are, making sure that you're clear on rules, that your children are clear on the rules, the expectations, and then that you're having the conversations around those things. So I would say to you, continue to do what it is that you're doing. Continue to encourage others to do what it is that you are doing, because it's their child's future that matters. It is the academic success that I know Garland Independent School District is after, as well as schools across the nation. We want our children to succeed. We want them to be meaningful, productive citizens in our nation, and we want them to have strong educational foundations.
Well, what I learned was that rules and structure starts at home, and that's, I think, something very important that all parents need to know and need to apply in order for our kids to be successful.
I come tonight because I have the flyer say about how you teach. So I want to know what's going on, and I teach at home that right or wrong. And then I come here and I learn a lot of things. So now I know how to deal with my son to get succeed in the school. Yeah, thank you for the meeting today, for the good speaker to help us.